Hello, Chaparral Star Academy students. Now that you have gone through the presentation of trying to figure out which college might be right for you, this is the next step into how to make that college choice. Um, and again, from our website, if you go to our website under Counseling Corner, college admissions, college choice. It'll bring you to this section of the website right here. And this is intended to go after this video about how to think about choosing a college. And so that's what this next presentation is about now that you have thought about choosing a college. It's how to make your college choice. So how do you choose a college? It can seem like an insurmountable task, right? There's so many universities out there. And the key thing to remember is to not stress out. Now that you've kind of known about how to think about choosing a college, we need to move forward with what to do next. And a big part of that is to not stress out. It does take a lot of time and a lot of research, but above all, it does take patience to try to make it as fun as possible for yourself. We're here in the front office. Teachers are here, your parents are here, and anyone that you know who's gone through the process is here to help you through it. And realize that ultimately it's your decision. You're deciding the next few years of your life. So kind of look at it with a smile and think about the exciting opportunities that await you after high school. All right, the first thing it does is it does take some research. If you want to choose a school based on different aspects, you definitely want to research. And so there's other things to think about that we talked about in the previous presentation as far as what you might want out of a college. And now it's how do you find out that information? How do we get that information about a college? You know, whether or not a college is right for you can depend on numerous different aspects. So we're going to kind of take you through the process and give you numerous places to look for information. Might be an overload of search engines, but again, this is just here to help you through that. There is also a college comparison worksheet that will be available on the website. Same website that you were at. This presentation is going to be available. It'll fit there at the bottom of this website, again, about college choice, and will be available to you. And this college comparison chart looks it's an Excel spreadsheet that's just kind of set up for you to find information out that you can fill out. So you can come here and type in the name of wherever you might be going. So for instance, or researching, you might be researching Texas State. And then you can go and try to find all this information. The enrollment size, is it single sex or co-ed? Faculty to student ratio. And just kind of look at all the different aspects of that university, its cost, tuition, its room and board. And that way this gives you a good chart to just kind of overview and look at all of your, your different choices. Okay, and so you want to make sure, of course, that you schedule some time to sit down in front of your computer and look through the various resources. Usually the summer before your senior year is a really good one to get this down, or the summer between your sophomore and junior year. But typically students have a little bit more time in the summer, but maybe you don't. So whenever you have some time to sit down and research. The second, it takes discussion. That ultimately the decision where you want to go to university and to college is ultimately up to you, but there's tons of people around you who can help out. Your parents are one of the best tools that you have. They know you better than you think they do, and they can help you through you think things that you might not have considered. You know, they have raised you, they do know you as a person, and so maybe there's some things that they might see that is true about you, that maybe you don't want a big university, maybe you thrive in a smaller setting. Your teachers also know your learning styles. Perhaps they can help you say, oh, well, don't go to this university because the way that professors typically teach there may not reach the method that you like. We up here in the front year of staff, we have years of experience of helping students be able to find college choice. So we've got some great expertise up there as well that you can discuss with us. There might be other members of the community, you know, coaches or church leaders that also may know a thing or two about college choice. So feel free to discuss this with lots of people and try to get a lot of input in as to what your college choice might be. And finally, it takes a visit. The importance of visiting a college campus cannot be overemphasized. A lot of students claim that they know immediately when they walk on campus whether or not they want to attend that school. Brochures, catalogs, and presentations given by representatives, guidance counselors, and videos can help you form an opinion of the school, but a visit actually allows you to see firsthand to be able to evaluate the academics, athletics, housing, and all of the social life of the school, just to get a general feel for it. Seeing for yourself what offers the best insight of all. It is not uncommon for a student to think that a college is right for them based on all the promotional literature, but then find that it's not a right fit at all. Visiting the colleges on your list will give you a first-hand impression of the students, faculty, staff, facilities, and the programs available. On a visit, you can learn what the admission office is looking for in its applicants, and you can kind of gain that feeling for the atmosphere. To see the study, the living, the recreation facilities, to talk with students, and of course get a sense of that surrounding community. The feeling you get from a visit, again, can make or break the decision. So whenever you're ready to plan a college visit, you should visit the school's website for more information. We have a great place for you here. Again, if you go under Counseling Corner, you go to College Admissions, and right there at the top we have Campus Visits. If you go in and you look at a campus visit, give you all this information as far as when to go, how to set up a college visit, the actual visit, what to do there, gives you a little bit of a checklist, a visit guide, and so tons of great information on our website about a college visit when you actually have time to set it up. But of course, there's always a question, what if I can't make it to the university, right? What if the visit can't happen? We can't plan it, it might be expensive, you might need to fly to the university, and that gets costly. Taking a campus visit may not be an option. It is still highly recommended if you can, but it's not always an option. Well, most universities actually offer virtual tours on the campus that you can find on their website. Admissions officers can put you in touch with faculty and students who will answer your questions. So if you contact the admissions officer at the university, they might be able to put you in touch with someone that you can answer some questions that might not be readily available on the website. Again, it's not the same as stepping foot on the campus, but it's not always possible to do so. Here's a link to an article that can give you some kind of information from U.S. News that tells you whether or not a virtual campus tour, like some of the drawbacks that might happen. So if you kind of combine that with talking with someone who's attended the university or someone who's attending the university, you might find out some more information that you would like. And if you're unable to visit, again, to see if there are any alumni, there might be alumni in the area with whom you can meet to get your answers. All right, so now let's get into some great questionnaires, some great search engines that you can go through to be able to help you make your college choice. College Board also offers a great overview questionnaire here at this website, so you can kind of do step by step with this one. And so if you go to that website here, it's that college search, you can start beginning exploring, and it'll start asking you some questions. What kind of college are you interested? The location of the university, campus setting, the cost, right? How important is that to you? Is it somewhat? Is it very important? And you kind of, when you submit all of that data, the learning environment, how important is the learning environment to you? Once you complete that, you can click on My College Snapshot, and it'll kind of give you some answers here. So for instance, I typed that a four-year school was definite, that I really wanted that, and it had to be less than 50 miles from somewhere here in Austin. And so it gave me these two options. And then you can click, let's say for University of Mary Hardin-Baylor, you can click on that option, and College Board will give you a good overview of that university, tell you some percentages about graduation, financial aid, give you, of course, admissions office information, and give you some great information there. College Board also provides a more detailed questionnaire that you can use. So here, give you that link. There's also a good detailed questionnaire here. Then notice they give you a lot more options, right? Type of school, do you want 2 or 4 year, public, private, or for-profit? Small, medium, or large, co-ed or not, any religious affiliations. And these were the things that in the previous presentation we went over to think about. Sports and activities, you can put in all this information, paying for the school, some financial aid information. You can plug all of that in and save your selections, and then College Board will give you a list of those universities that kind of fit all of that criteria. So it's kind of a great tool right there. U.S. News and World Report offers a personality quiz. And so I've got that pulled up right here. There's a good college personality quiz that you can start your level of school enthusiasm. You can kind of answer questions about yourself, whether or not you think school is fun, most homework assignments, whether or not you need to do everything that's be done, and so on and so forth. And calculate your score, and it'll interpret your score. And then there's part two, once you kind of go through that. Are you a participant learner? And you start asking questions about yourself and how you learn. And at the end of the quiz, you'll get all these different scores that kind of tell you about different universities. Another one is My Student Path. It's an online college selection quiz. So it's right here. You do have to register on this website. No payment, but you have to register to for them to be able to give you some results. But they'll be able to ask you questions, kind of go through some questionnaire and pop out those results. So again, some of those great questionnaires. We have that U.S. News, College Board, that gives you two different ones. One's kind of an overview. One gives you a little bit more detail that you can kind of do some college search. And hopefully you have these answers from the previous presentation. U.S. News and World Report offers that personality quiz. And then My Student Path also offers another little search engine for you. We also have Compare College Texas, and it's an interactive website and allows you to research various public universities in the state of Texas. And so if you come here to Compare College Texas, you can actually change different settings. So if you want the average tuition, let's say, to be a certain amount, between a certain amount, and you want a certain amount of applicants accepted, I want it to where it's between 40 and 77%, let's say. It'll show you different colleges found based on what you added to, or what you plugged in, and you can look at the profile that they offer there at Compare College Texas, as well as jump to the you can actually go back and then jump to the website. So for instance, University of Texas Tyler, and it'll pull up that particular website. You can go and explore it. FastWeb also gives a great article here and some pitfalls to avoid. It gives you top 15 mistakes to avoid in choosing a college. And we think this is a great article for you to read over to kind of see how that works. Rushing the process, being a follower, going where your friends are going. These are some things to consider, and some mistakes to avoid. Peterson's website also gives you a great search tool for universities. So if we go over there to Peterson's website, you can actually kind of go through some of the articles they have, or if you already know about a university. So for instance, let's do Texas A&M, and we want to do College Station. You can type that in to kind of search for it. Hopefully it'll pull up some information here. Okay, just kind of pull up some other stuff for us, but let's go with one of these, Brightwood College and the El Paso campus. It'll bring up some information about it, that you can read and kind of research, location as well for all of that. And so it's another great website. FastWeb also has a college search. You can choose by state or by major, how you ever want to search for your universities. So let's say we are in Texas, and we're going to see what they have to offer for Texas universities. And you can you go through and let's say you choose Texas, taking a little bit of time here, and it'll be able to give you a list of schools that you can then go through and maybe choose different schools, or if you want to do it by major, and give you a lot there. Here's some matching Texas colleges. So let's say for the University of Houston, we can click on that and see what they give us. They give you a little bit more information right there already. 4 more years. It's a public university. That's an average out-of-state tuition as well as average in-state tuition. So that can kind of help you. Again, cost is something you want to consider. It's not always the most important factor, especially if you're going to apply for loans or for financial aid. But this website's another great website to kind of keep through there. So you have Compare College Texas, FastWeb, as well as Peterson's. I think I give the FastWeb again right there. There's the Minnie Stevens Piper Foundation, and it contains a list of universities and colleges in Texas, as well as financial aid data. So that I also have pulled up here. I'll go ahead and stop that. Pull up here, and it's the comptroller's website. So let's say if we did Texas State, I wanted to see what Texas State University has to offer. Then, I didn't type in university. There we go. This is Texas State University. Can give you some, let's pull back just to Texas State University, give you some information on that you can kind of research, some data that I can give you. And the comptroller is really going to be giving you some of that financial aid data that you want to know about the particular university. Chronicle of Higher Education gives you a great interactive map. I really like this map that wherever you go shows you for four-year colleges, let's say public or for-profit four-year colleges, and kind of shows you how many students graduate in that state once they have begun university. And then let's say you choose a state, for instance, choose Texas. It tells you about different graduation rates as well, breaks it down by ethnicity. And then kind of breaks down by college, showing you, the graduation rate and student aid that students get. So that's another great research opportunity available for you. College Results gives a simple breakdown of each university. So if you go to that website, it'll give you different results of the situation. So for again, let's use that Texas State University in San Marcos. To be able to view that college, gives you the website that you can go to, tells you what kind of university it is, the number of undergraduates, gives you some good information, calculator website for the net price, first year retention rate, how many students stay within their first year, and so tons of data about SAT and ACT scores that could really help you make that college choice. So those are some other great ones. Again, FastWeb right there. The comptroller's office, Chronicle of Higher Education, as well as College Results. College Niche lists some students' reviews of most universities. And so I think I have that one pulled up here. Yeah. So this, if you pull up, find a different university, here's some top ones they have. So, let's say Northwestern. They're giving you the best colleges in there, and it'll give you a link to what students say about it. It's kind of a grade. It's kind of grade your own university and different things. So you can kind of see from a student's point of view. They kind of break down will you get in, cost, majors, students, and campus life. Another great website is CAPEX, and it's a searchable database that you can use. And so here I pulled up the University of Texas San Antonio here. Gives you average net price, what kind of, it's a public or private, again, that SAT and ACT scores. So you have tons of available resources to you to be able to do the research. You might get tired of doing some of the research. Again, I would probably choose one or two of those to kind of follow through just to get some information. But there's tons available for there, whichever one seemed the best one for you. If you happen to find in your searches, we're always looking for things that appeal to students. So if you found one that you really like, or you know of one that students are really using, please let us know so we can incorporate that into the presentation and kind of get that out there for students. So what is the best web resource out of all those? The best resource is the actual website of the university itself. They're going to have all of that information on there as well. Those searchable databases that I just gave you kind of give you a nice view to be able to compare universities. But if you start getting to some that you really like, you should go to the actual website itself. It always contains tons of great information for students and parents. So for instance, let's look at Texas State University's website and Mary Hardin Baylor's website to kind of get a view of it. Let's do Texas State real quick. So I'm going to actually pull up Texas State's website right here without that parentheses. Let's actually just go to Texas State's website. So this is pulling up the actual website of Texas State. Gives you some information. If you're October 13th, get to know Texas State at Bobcat Day. Kind of gives you some right there overview information. Give you some cool things that are happening at the university. So if you're going to be future students, you can go here. You're going to be an undergraduate. If you decide to attend Texas State University, undergraduate, list of majors that are available, admissions. So let's say we go to majors here. It kind of gives us some information on majors and degrees, areas of study that are available at Texas State. I just want to kind of go back to use that. The menu button is right there. But future studies, let's go again. Undergraduate, again, that's college. And kind of look at admissions. This gives us some information on undergraduate admissions, how to be able to apply, as well as gives you some even better information on the Texas State. Frequently asked questions. We can kind of go through that and see, all right, what are some questions students have, maybe about the actual university. Meet your counselor. You can always go there and contact with a counselor there. Admission staff, just tons of great information that's actually on the website. And the same thing is if we go to Mary Hardin Baylor's website, another university, they're going to have on their website, it's going to be very similar where you're going to be looking for that undergraduate section. There's students here. You can look at the academics. Oh, wow, look at all that. And again, undergraduate is what you're looking at. Look at all those different majors. You can kind of click, let's look at the psychology major. That sounds fun, right? And they'll go and kind of give you a brief overview of that, a student saying something about the major. And again, admissions, you want to go undergraduate admissions. This tells you how to get to the university. I mean, how to apply to the university. About the university, different resources, overview. Look at that. Tons of great information on there that actually is at the website itself. So now once you've gone through it, you've researched it, hopefully you've narrowed down your college choice, hopefully it hasn't gotten bigger, and you know why you want to go to a particular university and where you want to go. Ideally, all the research and campus visits should be completed by the beginning of the fall semester of a student's senior year. Because once your senior year begins, the admissions procedure is your main college focus. It's actually just getting to the application part of it. So we'll have a presentation after this one that is the college admissions process and how to apply, and that'll be for more detail on the next step of the process. As always, please let us know up here in the front office or by emailing me with any questions that you might have or any suggestions you feel that we could do to help you improve the whole college admissions process.